You're entering a no judgment zone. The following show is real and raw, and everyone is encouraged to speak their mind. This is the Immigrant Experience, a program we hope will have an impact on the future of newcomer immigrants and Canada at large. An open platform, one that welcomes everybody. This is the Immigrant Experience. And now your hosts, Emmanuel and Ruben.
It is always, the start is always the hardest.
Yeah.
And that's something people don't know. And just getting the food in, sometimes it seems like it's going through hell and out.
Yeah.
And one thing for immigrants, either young people or all the seniors or all the adults, I usually believe immigrants have like a very hardworking, and they usually have a ton of experiences, and they just need that chance.
Yeah.
They just need, even not hiring them, just call them for the interview.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same?
Exactly. Like, all I'm asking is just give me an opportunity to talk. Like, that's all I'm asking. Like, I'm not asking to be hired. I'm just asking to be heard.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest issue that I had.
Wow.
Despite being, referred to by my mentors and another mentor, Dr. Wael. He's also from Ryerson. He actually put my profile up on his page and recommended me, and but there wasn't much that came from there. There wasn't much that came from there. But I'm very grateful for
the support.
The support meant a lot to me.
What would you say to anyone who is going through such challenges and is trying to find a job? And maybe they're giving up and they're reconsidering going back, maybe because of these challenges. What can you tell them?
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't give up, because it's just a phase. It's just an obstacle. It may feel like the whole world is against you, but it's not.
Yeah.
Because you only reach 100 people and there's millions out there.
Yeah.
So you can't take it personally. You can't.
And I usually feel sometimes it's not your turn yet.
Exactly. Yeah, it may not be your time yet.
Yeah.
And actually, if I hadn't gone through hell to get to where I am, I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have been where I am today.
Yeah.
I'm actually grateful for having gone through that, because I learned an invaluable lesson.
Yeah.
I learned that things work.
Yeah.
And that you will get rewarded for your trouble and for your effort.
Yeah.
You just have to believe.
We put your story on our page online and say, we'll be talking to Hala today. And someone said, they read the article and they're like, I think education is losing value.
Yeah.
Do you what's your reaction to that statement?
I don't know about whether education is losing value, but I feel like there's a disregard for anything that is not Canadian education. Like, I'm not saying that everyone feels that way. But there's definitely a bias about international education. In that Canadian education is above all. When actually, like, Canadian system is just as good as any other system.
Absolutely.
And if anything, like, I know for a fact that the Moroccan system is the hardest education system you would go through. The success rate is like less than 25% in Moroccan universities.
Wow.
That's the success rate.
So it's tough.
It is tough. It is tough to make it in Morocco. Like, it's not, and that's why there's so much unemployment in Morocco, because you have so many qualified people who don't make it, and they end up working in jobs that are below their credentials. So I don't believe that there is an education system better than any other, but there is a bias about that. There is a bias about thinking that Canadian credentials is actually better.
Wow, and and you touch a very good point there. And sometimes we feel like having international credentials pretty much limit the chances of getting a job in Canada.
Sometimes it is the case. and I can only speak from my experience where, there was an offer of, like there was a position for, as a researcher, and I was refused the position because of the international PhD. Because I was told that my PhD is international, and they don't trust that I would fit the position, although I am qualified for it.
Wow.
So that just tells me that there is a bias about international education, even though I have the equivalency for all my degrees by both the WES, World Education and Services, and Professional Engineers of Ontario. So. Yeah, that just proves that there is a bias.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we had that too. I had someone who commented on our post who, like for example, maybe studied air piloting, and you have to have a certain number of hours for you to even get your qualification.
Yeah.
And you have to fly a certain number of hours, and these hours require money, very expensive. And you see that there are certain barriers now that you coming in wouldn't be able to afford those flight hours, which nobody tells you. Going into that. So you end up finding yourself in certain barriers in what you're trying to achieve.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And before coming to Canada, did you maybe try to see, which province is best suited for example, engineering?
Yes.
Because I've seen online someone saying, was she aware unemployment or underemployment rate of engineering in Ontario is 33%? And I was like, oh, wow.
But I also looked for where my profile is needed.
Okay.
So I knew that there is a need for my profile, my specific profile in Toronto.
Okay.
So so I had to target that. I was aware that there is a huge demand. That the demand is more than that the offer is more than the demand. So I was aware of that, but I do know my potential, and I do know that I have my unique, characteristic that I can offer to the table. So, I am able to, beat the competition. Be on the table with someone, and I can show you.
I personally think that it's due to job security for Canadians. That personally, I would say that drives that notion of maybe securing the jobs. And then that's where connection comes in.
Right.
So if you're connected, then you have another foot
in the door.
So the solution is networking.
Yeah, I would second that. Networking. Yeah, definitely. And the right networking, finding the community, the specialized community, it's a very, because there are specialized communities, that can help you find, opportunities within that community through referral. So that's the right way to do it.
Oh, wow. Well, I was reading the article with Toronto Star, and I read one of the comment on the article that it's either the system or Hala that has a problem here. And I was like, what?
I would love someone to tell me what I should have done. Please let me know. I am open to. I love constructive criticism. I love receiving feedback that can help me improve. Please tell me what should I have done. I'd be more than happy to oblige next time. Because I don't believe that I am an expert in everything. I am not. I have experience. I have some knowledge, but I am not immune from errors. I am still human, and I know that I will be making errors in the future. I made errors in the past, and I will be making errors in the future.
Absolutely.
But it's all about improving. It's all about doing better than before. It's all about investing in yourself. That's the way I see it. So if someone can tell me what I can do better, please. I'm open to suggestions.
And I think one of the mistake people are taking here, even those reading the articles online, I think the assumption is you went to school, high school, you went bachelor degree, then master's, then PhD, which is not the case.
Actually, so while I was doing my PhD, I was working and working as a project manager and teaching. So I was doing three. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, so it was not just school, because the assumption is maybe you went to school for a long time.
Yeah.
Then
No, actually, I was working at the same time as doing my PhD and teaching.
Oh wow! Wow! Yeah, you're living the Canadian life then. in Morocco.
In Morocco.
Wow.
That's actually very interesting. Yeah, that's some great insight to that. Yeah. Personally, I think I've learned a lot from your experience today, and it's very enlightening to see that there are people like yourself who share the same stories with everyone else out there, and with so many other immigrants who come and have difficulties finding a job, and maybe have to go through various means and navigate different ways just to try and find themselves in the system.
Yeah.
And I think that we could, as a community, we need platforms like this to discuss these issues and see how we can better help improve our community through sharing the ideas.
Absolutely.
And through this platform.
Absolutely. It is needed, because I see this every day. Like, I see my friends, I see people who contact me telling me about how hard it is for them, that they are struggling. Some of them are going back to their homes, because they couldn't make it, because they are offered jobs in their homes and not here.
Wow.
That's true. That's true. And sometimes even personnel from back home, like public personnel, would contact you through your social media and tell you, like, what are you doing there? Come back.
Your job is here.
Come back. I've had someone contacted me before and said that you come back and try doing what you're doing there back home.
We have a friend who does music for a living, and he came to Ottawa, and after 2 years, he's like, this is totally wasting my time. It's better being an artist in Africa than being an artist here. That's how crazy this thing is.
That's a big part of it too. Because you see that the showbiz and the entertainment industry is not that developed. In so many ways, and people have to resort to maybe traveling out or going to the States just to pursue their
and that's another part of the issue. Like, I was lucky because my field is in demand. What about the fields that are not in demand?
Exactly. That's a big one.
That's a huge issue. Like, I had the support because my field is demand, is in need, and I knew that that there is a huge demand. But what about the ones that were hit because of COVID? Like aerospace, for instance, like that took a hit. That took a hit.
And even with the people hearing this story and even reading the article online, they will think if someone having a PhD in this field is facing all these struggles, only God knows with my high school diploma.
Actually, I think that someone less qualified wouldn't have it hard. Have it hard to find a job.
Because there's a certain range which they want and which they require.
They wouldn't have it hard. I don't think they would have it hard. I think that it's the overqualified who are ones that have it really difficult to make it, even for a survival job. To survive, just to pay the bills. They refuse because they are overqualified, considered overqualified.
So the doors are more shut, lesser than even someone with less education.
With less education, I think that they would because the moment I took the PhD, I was able to find a job right away, instantly. I got called right away, and the interview went very smoothly. It was.
And you actually said, "What took so long?"
When I was, targeting survival jobs, I didn't have a problem. I didn't have a problem targeting survival jobs. That was the easiest thing to get.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, wow. Well, it has been amazing talking to you,
Likewise.
and like learning all these experiences and your advice to even myself. So thank you so much
Yeah.
for accepting to talk to us. And maybe to finish up, what's your final message?
My final message is for immigrants: keep the fight. This is a reality that we have to fight. It may change in the future, but that doesn't mean that there's no solution. That doesn't mean that that there's no way. It may be difficult, and also, the government needs to be taking action to bridge the gap between hiring managers and the immigrants.
Yeah.
There should be a bridge that connects the two.
Yeah.
We shouldn't rely on just recruiters and chicken boxes.
Yeah.
That's not how you that's not a fair system to immigrants.
And I'm even wondering if there's like a pool for immigrant workers.
Well, there is the job bank, but no hiring manager or recruiter go to the job bank to look for the resources. It's a bank of immigrants. It's a bank of immigrants, and
You just keep it. You save it.
Yeah, Canada that does have that, but there's no enforcement between the government doesn't ask hiring managers to choose from it, to hire from it and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I've been applying to jobs through the job bank. No answers.
Yeah.
No answers.
No one looks at them.
No.
It's a bank. You use it for saving.
You just save it.
And the weird part that happens is that I get invitation to apply and no responses.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That actually is a bit more depressing.
Yeah, I get all the time invitations to apply, and then I apply and no responses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No acknowledgement, no responses.
Wow. Yeah, and the message that I'm trying to learn from you, like every person have their own experiences.
Absolutely.
But if the same situation remain unchanged, then it's uncertain for the coming generations.
Yeah, it is scary the way things
scary.
are going.
Yeah.
And more and more people are coming, and there needs to be a system that assigns the right immigrants to the right programs and the right profiles.
Yeah.
Wow.
Job posting. I mean.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's something I've taken from you today is the need for the government to create a medium where the bridge between immigrants who come in seeking employment and the employer. So it's a ready market.
Yeah.
To tap from.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, and I suspect that's how Job Bank was created. But does it get that much attention? Does someone follow up?
That's the issue. It's there, and I'm betting that hiring managers don't even know that it exists. Maybe. If they ever do, I don't know. But there needs to be, an awareness. I think the problem here is awareness.
Yeah.
A lot of hiring managers are not aware of the issues that are happening to most immigrants.
Wow.
And,
okay. Thank you so much, Hala, for accepting to talk to us.
Yeah, that's really amazing.
And we will definitely stay in touch. I know you're going to Toronto back tomorrow, but we definitely stay in touch. And we want to know how things will pick from here, and try to support as much as possible. And these additional connections you're creating, which is good.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Thank you for having me, and I'm very happy to be able to be the voice of many immigrants, because I'm not just speaking for myself, because at least I made it. But I'm speaking for those who, unfortunately, they're still struggling. They're still fighting the fight.
Yeah.
And they're getting depressed, feeling bad about themselves, thinking that they are the problem when they're not.
Well, they're not. That's very right. And very many, there are many immigrant individuals in this country, but almost all of them, no one is talking about these things.
Yeah.
And the fact that you are courage enough to come forward and talk about these things, that makes you an advocate.
That's what I hope to be. That's what I hope to be, is to represent them, because at least my voice is heard now, but their voice is not.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
there needs to be something. Something has to change.
Oh
There
yeah.
needs to be an action to be taken
Yeah.
because it shouldn't stay this way.
Yeah, your story
Wow.
inspires so many, and it's an honor having you here. And I really want to say thank you for coming and being so open to share these experiences with the rest of the world to understand what's happening out there.
Yeah, thank you, and I feel it is my duty. Like it is
Yeah.
my duty to represent them because again, I was lucky because my field was good. You know, like it's in high demand. But I do feel like that it is unfair that just because their field is not in high demand that they have to struggle, that they have to suffer through doors shut to their faces and whatnot. Like they don't deserve that, and something needs to change.
Yeah, and you're right. Like, but the jobs that like are not in high demand. Like, I know some people that have forgotten the fields.
Yeah.
Just switch something else that don't relate to whatever they went to school for. All in all, because there's no demand.
So adapt.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
So I really hope that the message reached today. So thank you for allowing me to do that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And for those listening on Spotify, thank you so much. And you can download and, of course, save our page. And for those listening on Amazon Music, those listening on Apple Podcasts and Google Podcast, thank you. And of course, for those of you watching on YouTube, the Active Newcomer Youth Ottawa on YouTube, thank you so much. And see you next week. Thank you.
You've been listening to the Immigrant Experience, a program we hope will have an impact on the future of newcomer immigrants and Canada at large. We hope you enjoyed the show, and if you did, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, hook up with us on Instagram at Anyo_2021. # the Immigrant Experience. See you guys next time.